everybody! I'm your host Koisak, and welcome to Storytime. Today, I will be reading out a horror story, and this story is called...
The vast community of ducks and swans living in a local pond wasn't very interesting. The birds that lived there were snobby things, swimming around like they owned the place, especially the ducks. The swans had a certain amount of elegancy to them, whereas the ducks were just greedy. They were very fond of bread. They were so fond of it that they would often fight for the last piece thrown at them. One duck in particular. He didn't really have a name, since ducks don't have names, so let's just call him Dave for now. Dave was a breadaholic without a doubt. He was addicted to it. However, he wouldn't fight for bread like the rest. That was until one day, when his addiction got cut short. It was Saturday, the 21st of February. Dave woke up feeling hungry. He wasn't worried though, since not many people passed his pond, and the ones that did almost always had bread on them. All the other ducks were sleeping. Dave woke up extra early that day to get the first piece of bread. It wasn't long until a man approached the pond. Desperate for food, Dave perched himself on the edge of the pavement, awaiting his meal. However, the man passed him without throwing him any bread. Dave was infuriated. He felt betrayed. Revenge gleamed in his eyes as the man walked away. Dave knew that something had to be done, so he decided to follow him. After following the man for about half a mile, Dave climbed onto a building nearby. On top he found a rather heavy piece of concrete. As soon as the man was positioned correctly, Dave opened his beak to drop the piece of rubble. The man was killed instantly. This was the day when Dave became a mallard psychopath. From that day on, Dave would wake up early every morning to get his breakfast sooner than the others. A few people passed by him the next day and threw a crumb of bread at him. However, there was this one man that passed him, who was too busy to even notice Dave. Unacceptable. Just like yesterday, Dave followed the man. Along the way, he passed the statue of a Viking. For a weapon, he snapped off his axe and carried on. After he finally found the man, well, all I can say is that it wasn't pretty. Those were just two of Dave's victims. Up to this day, Dave still lives in his pond, and he has revenge on whoever passes it without offering him bread.
What a nice story! Now, whenever you're walking past the duck pond, always feed the ducks. Thank you for joining me, everyone. See you next time on Storytime.